first ever contest you did?
First ever contest I did was the novice NABBA back in 2005. So it was. It was Ivan Dunbar's show back in the Park Avenue Hotel in Belfast.
So 9 years ago?
Yep.
So in 9 years you've gone from being a novice to being a professional?
Third in the novice that year, so it did.
Wow, okay.
And I was second was Alistair Smith and first was Brian McGreevy. I remember as clear as yesterday, you know.
And how long did it take you before you won your first amateur show?
I won Class 1 Northern Ireland, the first one in 2008. I won again in 2010, and then I won my overall Northern Ireland in 2011, followed by the Britons in 2011, and then the next one I won then was Paul Byrne's Pro-Am show in 2013,
yep.
And then the NABBA World Championships 2014.
So all up, how many shows have you done?
I've done...
Is it usually just one show a year, or do you do your area show in the year?
I've done 3 last year. I've done 2 in 11, 2 in 12, 2 in 13. So that's 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. This one here was 10, 11, 12, about 15 shows all
okay. So 15 shows in 9 years is pretty good.
Yeah,
that's consistent.
It's consistent.
Yeah, I think a lot of guys, they start competing and then they drop off the radar for 2, 3, 4, 5 years, and then they make a comeback, and then they...
The only year I didn't compete was 2006. So I didn't. Every other year I competed in 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 and 14. So I did. So I think I just enjoy competing, and I must enjoy the dieting or something.
Well, I can definitely tell you, everyone enjoyed watching you, and we as judges, well, I don't know if we enjoyed judging, but you made it as entertaining as possible. If judging can be entertaining, I think if it's not a tough contest, and if you're not enjoying what's being put in front of you, then it sort of gets a bit lackluster. But you guys put on a really good show.
Thank you very much.
We all really loved it.
I loved putting on the show. As I said, it was one of the pinnacles and highlight of my career. It was the highlight of my career on Saturday night, and I still haven't come down from it yet. So it was a pleasure entertaining you. What did you do after the show? Obviously, we all went to the upstairs and had a drink. After I got away from the photographs on the waterfront, which is about 12 o'clock, I headed around to get a Chinese with a wife, and all these, there was 30 of us went around. Gee. And then after we had a nice wee meal, and then went back around to the hotel. It was that late that...
was there a Chinese still open?
Yeah, there was a Chinese still open. We'd rung back and
we were looking for something to...
If Dave Warner had rang, I could have got him in, because they were staying open just for our wee entourage at that stage. So that was nice, and then went back to the hotel, and as I say, went back to the hotel, Brian Hazel, Dave Warner, all was still up, and I got a stand ovation when I walked in. So that was another lovely moment, and we all just sat around having a bit of a chat and having a bit of fun, and having a wee chat about the shows and the amount of people congratulating. So again, that was another highlight, that all the NABBA reps and all the top ones as well were actually making the time, as they do, to come over and say a few words to you. And I thought that was a fantastic night as well, topped off then by going and talking to my woman and saying I'm not getting no sleep tonight, and then falling asleep, and she was awake the whole night. So I don't think she appreciated that too much. I think if I hadn't been Mr. World at that stage, she would have just walked out of the hotel room. So it was a fantastic night. I didn't want it to end, let's be honest with you.
And a big breakfast in the
morning.
morning.
A big breakfast in the morning. It was just
amazing. What did you have for breakfast in the morning?
3 bowls of cornflakes, 8 muffins, and then a fry. And it just tasted great. As I said, I didn't want the weekend to end. I'm still in cloud 9, and every video that I'm watching is just sending goosebumps up my arm. I just still can't believe that I did it, but I'm just amazed with doing it. And as I say, I'm just playing it over and over in my head, and it just gets better and better every time.
And the first man ever to do it.
Well,
yes,
that's it.
Can't forget, he's the first ever professional Mr. World.
And I'm delighted to be the Slayers holder, but I'm looking forward to see what the next Mr. World professional holds. Hopefully I can do it 2 in a row, maybe.
That'd be good.
I think Stuart might have a few things to say.
I think Stuart and probably 10 other guys would probably.
Yeah, I'm sure there'll be a good lineup.
Like you said before, you're not sure whether you're going to do the universe at the end of the year. Maybe maybe not. But
I don't know what to say. I'm going to take a next week or 2 and assess things, and then talk to her and see what the story is, and then take that. The one good thing now is that the Pro Division's up and running.
Yeah.
It's got a fantastic range of athletes. And every show that you're going to have now in NABBA in the Pro Division is going to be amazing. To me, it's going to put bums on seats. Anybody that doesn't come and see these events that are in the bodybuilding, you're wasting your time. To me, this is going to be the pinnacle for the next, the next generation to come from. The bodybuilders we've got up and coming throughout the world at the minute, coming up through NABBA, are fantastic. The old timers are getting better, and the people biting their heels are going to make things better. So to me, I would say in the next few years, you're going to have an amazing lineup of athletes to rival anybody.
Just on that, I mean, I don't know how they feel about being called old timers, but certainly Mark Reed and Gary Lister, I was thinking, wondering how they would have gone in the overall, because they were enormous.
Brilliant.
And you see Gary Lister now, he's won the universe. He said to me just before the show, he goes, "I've never won the Worlds," and I actually thought he had, but no, he's won the universe. I think he was Pro Mr. Universe as well.
He's won Pro Mr. Universe, I think, 4 times.
Yeah.
He's been a 6-time Pro-Am Midlands winner. He's been, Mr. Universe over 40s as of last year. So I think he's done everything.
Yeah, he's sort of rivaling Johnny Citrone for
Big time.
for being Mr. NABBA.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, there are a lot of athletes in NABBA, and we don't want to say they're getting older, but they're not spring chickens. But the muscle maturity and the quality that we've got just keeps getting better and better, and it doesn't look like a lot of these guys are actually slowing down with age. They're actually building momentum.
Like, as you say there, Gary Lister and Mark Reed would have been more than capable of holding their own with that overall class. I'm just glad the two of them decided to do over 40s and over 50s. But I've seen Gary compete so many times, and he just amazes me every time he competes. Mark Reed, that was the first time I seen him competing in person, and he didn't disappoint. I've seen photos of him, as I say, he was one of the guys I was actually looking at and thinking that could be a bit of competition there. And I was just glad when he was put into the over 40s to kind of talk about it that he does it. But as I say, great athletes, over 40s, over 50s. What can you say? The only word I can describe it as is inspirational, that they're still going at that and still looking better and better all the time.
Cool.